We are Aaron and Aretha Kringle.
And we are inviting you to come mingle with the Kringles.
Hi, diddly ho, neighborinos.
Hi everyone, Aaron and Aretha mingle with the Kringles, and we are here today with another episode of
Homarge?
Homarge. Homarge.
And her dirty hoe seeds.
Yeah, actually that's part of this episode that we're talking about today. But of course, first and foremost, we have some fancy dancy beverages. Dun, 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 dun. I'm so excited about mine, I can't even handle it.
I'm rolling in the 9 Trizay Eldo Ray.
Yeah. Mine's a Bill Ted's Excellent Pickle Lager. Can you guys believe this? I have no idea how it's going to taste, but I'm a huge pickle fan. I love pickles. Like, how many pickles do I go through? Too many. I go through like a jar. I could go through a jar a day. Like, honestly, if they weren't like $5 a jar, I'd go through a jar a day.
She would. I got the 9 Trizay West Coast Double IPA from the Fieldwork Brewing Company.
Which is where, honey?
I'm working on that. Good old Berkeley, California.
Really? Nice.
It's rolling in at 9.9%.
Oh, okay.
It's a little shout out to the Snoop Dogg Double G, the 9 Trizay, and the Dobermans.
Yeah, his very first video features a Dober, and we have a Dobie baby now. Mine's actually from Fieldwork as well. Oh, that's funny, huh? So we're gonna have to take a trip.
Berkeley.
I cannot. I don't have my glasses on. The percentage. I'm not sure. I'm 4.8%.
I'm gonna have twice as much fun.
Probably. Okay, you guys, let's get these bad boys open.
We're good here. Cheers, baby.
Cheers.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Wow.
That's a good IPA.
This literally tastes like pickles.
Like pickle juice?
Like pickle juice. Good job, Fieldwork. Oh my gosh, I think I just found my new favorite beer. This literally tastes like pickles. Do you want to taste it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good on tasting yours. I pretty much know what IPA tastes like. Okay, I'll try. And I can smell. It's a potent IPA. I'm good. Are you blown away?
That is not for me.
Look at, I even wore my green shirt. Pickles. That is yummy. Scrumptious.
It's not. It really isn't.
I mean, it's weird that it's good.
That's for me a one, not once in a lifetime, but one in a lifetime kind of beer.
Maybe like a one sipper for you.
If I had gone somewhere and bought the whole can myself, I would finish it. And I would probably complain the whole time.
I just think it's funny that they picked Bill and Ted. Do you think there's a correlation between Bill and Ted, pickles, Bill and Ted's...
Not to my knowledge.
I mean, they do make great pickle people.
Keeps people entertained for a minute.
Okay. They do make great pickle people. And I love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and I could not believe that Aaron technically found it. I had actually picked a pumpkin coffee cider, which I thought was going to be weird. I'm glad I got this. Excuse me. That's pretty darn good. Cheers. That's some good stuff right there. That's okay, baby.
Oh, but I'm curious.
Okay. He's got to know.
Oh, grab the can.
Okay.
Now turn it around.
Dill and Ted's. Oh my gosh, dill.
That's what
Oh,
the dill is.
oh, that's so funny. But who would even think to make a beer that tastes like pickles? Whoever did, props. You're an intelligent human being.
I feel the opposite about you, but I give you props for trying.
Like, this is almost more pickly than like me just eating a pickle out of the jar.
Yeah, I need some peanut butter to go with that.
And I don't know if you guys remember, but a few months ago, I came home from Turks and Caicos pretty sick. I don't know, like, I can't say I got sick in Turks and Caicos, but I came home and I was sick. I think I got bitten by a mosquito. It was my own fault. I didn't wear mosquito repellent. Anyways, long story short, I ended up having to go to ER and get like fluids and stuff because I just couldn't stop throwing up and all this stuff. And literally for a month afterwards,
Yeah.
I could not stop eating pickles. And so I was like, why am I craving pickles even more than I usually do? Well, pickles offer, I looked into it, and pickles offer like hydration components. So the salt and
It'll also, probably not every time, but it'll cure hiccups.
pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Yeah. And so I have been on a pickle roll even more so than my normal love for pickles. And so this is heaven for me.
Pickle juice is not bad as a whiskey back.
Well, okay, true. And I also add it to our Bloody Marys. I do olive juice, pickle juice, Worcestershire, horseradish. I mean, all these things. Peppercini juice. Now I'm craving a Bloody Mary. Okay, moving forward. We have this beer, but we also have a banned Simpson. Why was it banned? We didn't.
So it wasn't banned in the United States. It was banned in the UK for a while. It was in Australia, had to be rated mature.
Which the Simpsons in the 90s, I think this came out in 2002. But the Simpsons has always just kind of been on TV. Like anybody can access it. It's not so for a country to rate it mature. I guess that's their way of preparing parents for what might. And in 2002, I mean, we still had hardly any legalization to medicinal.
Clarify.
Mary Jane.
The episode is called Weekend at Burnsies. It's season 13, episode 16. And Marge is trying to grow a garden because she bought some genetically modified vegetables and they were gigantic, and the potato ate the carrot, and
that was so funny. The potato just like split in half on the plate and was eating the carrot, and Lisa's like, Mom, I don't think we should be eating vegetables that the government has modified. And Marge is like, okay, I'll start growing my own vegetables.
So she goes to the yard and she's got all these bags of seeds, and they're the Dirty Hoe brand of seeds.
Dirty hoe seeds.
So
Dirty damn hoe.
She gets them all planted, and then all of a sudden a bunch of...
But wait. I have to say this. Last night we were watching Ghosts UK, which is phenomenal. I loved it. And one of the ghosts, and it made me laugh because when we were rewatching this season 13, episode 16 of The Simpsons, and it said hoe seeds or whatever it said. Dirty hoe. It made me laugh because one of the ghosts last night was like, a proper woman pinches her cheeks to make them red, and a whore
uses rouge.
And so I started laughing so hard last night at that because, like, obviously, I guess I'm in that,
She was on a roll last night.
I was on a roll last night. It made me laugh. And then today with the dirty hoe seeds, I was like, oh my gosh. Anyways, funny stuff.
So she plants the garden, and she turns around to walk inside. She feels all accomplished, and then a group of crows comes, and they start basically invading the garden. And she can't get rid of them, so she makes a scarecrow out of clothes that were worn in previous episodes, like a hockey jersey that Lisa wore, some
pants that
equestrian horse riding pants that Bart wore in one episode. Grandpa's hat.
Yeah.
From Who Shot Grandpa's Hat?
But what was the pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern from?
It was from multiple Treehouse of Horror episodes.
Treehouse of Horror episodes, which that's going to be our next series, by the way. But the hat is what actually scared the crows off, which I found.
Yeah, they didn't care at all until she put the hat on, and then they all freaked out and flew away. And then
was there any significance to that?
I don't know. I mean, it is from the episode Who Shot Grandpa's Hat, so maybe they thought they were going to get shot.
Oh, okay.
But Homer comes home, I can only assume, from Moe's. And
maybe from work? No, because it was getting dark.
It was dark, and he saw the outline of the scarecrow, so he took a bat to it and just...
Well, first he screamed. Ah!
Yeah.
Homer's famous scream.
But he beat the hell out of the scarecrow, and then...
literally into smithereens. The jack-o'-lantern was, like, smashed everywhere.
And so the crows took a liking to him because they got rid of the scarecrow, and...
well, they basically, because he killed their enemy, they attached to him and started following him.
He became the alpha crow.
Yeah, he put his arms out and they all like landed on his arms and they followed him in the house. And
well, he tells them to do his bidding first, and they fly out and get a sandwich, a beer, a Play Dude magazine, and something else.
I can't remember what everything was.
But yeah, so he takes them inside and they're laying in bed with him and Marge, and he's got names for them like Crow Diddley, Jim Cronin, Russell Crowe.
Oh, God.
There's some other ones I can't remember now. But
he gets sick of them eventually. And he's like, I'm done with you crows. And he's like, starts, flinging and...
I can't remember what he does to start trying to get rid of them, but...
He was like taking a rake handle or something, and he's like swinging at him, and so they get pissed off, and... They
end up attacking him and pecking his eyes out.
They didn't peck his eyes out.
Well, not out, but they...
They pecked him enough to where he had to go to the hospital and have stitches, and he's like, I hate having stitches done on my eyes. And he's got a bandage on and stuff.
The Dr. Hibbert, talks, Homer first says, what can we do to get rid of the searing pain? And he's like freaking out, and the doctor says, we got this, but it's,
it's questionable, or it's...
He says something about it.
Yeah, something.
And
this is 2002. This is before Ash was even born.
But he tells him that it's medicinal marijuana, and then Homer...
I don't do drugs!
One of my favorite lines from an episode of all time says, the doctor, isn't dope or marijuana illegal? And the doctor says, well, yeah, Homer, but only for those who enjoy it. And they start talking about it.
He calls it dope, in other words.
And he tells Homer that for his eyes, the only tonic is chronic. And so Homer gets a prescription.
Oh my gosh.
For medicinal marijuana. And
what's really funny about the prescription is he comes home and it's a bottle. I mean, it's a medicine bottle, prescription bottle. But when he opens it, it's just like
bunch of joints,
like twisted at like old school, rolled, twisted at the end, and he's like pulling them out by the little twisted end. I mean, you go to a dispensary now, and it's like they've got the filter, and it's like all rolled perfectly with the end all cut like a cigar and completely.
Well, no, the end is still twisted up.
But no, not in all of them.
The part you light is still twisted up, and the bottom is all perfect at the cone.
I don't know. Anyways, I also know. Okay, we're gonna now argue. Give us a minute. We're gonna now argue about who knows. 1 minute. Just kidding. So yes, he pulls one out and he starts smoking, and the smoke starts kind of coming down the stairs. And
he's listening to Smoke on the Water rocking out upstairs in the bedroom, and everybody downstairs is like,
Well, Marge says, "What's that? What's that coming down the stairs? It's smoke."
And Lisa says, "Well, it smells like the art teacher's closet."
Our art teacher has passed now, but rest in peace. But his, I mean, I can remember he was an artsy fartsy fellow, and he was a good guy. But yeah, I get Lisa's.
Love you, Mr. Brooks.
Love you, Mr. Brooks. He was wonderful. He was really a good guy. Okay, so
So yeah,
The smoke comes down.
Yeah, the family all goes upstairs to figure out what's going on, and Homer's in there.
Psychedelic. He's got like this psychedelic situation going on.
Well, he gets to a psychedelic situation, but I think he gets kind of mad at Marge because she's like, "You're doing drugs," and now she takes it out of his hand, and now she says, "I'm guilty of possession
unless I turn you in."
And then Homer shows her the prescription and all this, and through his smoking of medicinal, actually, and the funny thing, Marge also calls it Mary Jane. She's like, something about like, Homer, you can't just smoke Mary Jane. Anyway, she knows all these little kind of like, nicknames or whatever. But through his smoking, and he's obviously high at work. So Burns is talking to Smithers about a big speech and like dinner kind of thing he has coming up, and Smithers, he's reading his monologue or his speech to Smithers, and Smithers not laughing at anything, and so Burns says, "Yeah, I need somebody who's gonna laugh at everything I say," and then Homer opens the door. He's like, "I thought this was the can, man," and starts laughing, and Burns tries a couple jokes on him, and he laughs at everything because he's all high, and so he gets hired to...
Homer's butt is pretty cute, too.
He gets hired to be like the right-hand man for a while.
Belts over and sticks it up real high as he's laughing. Homer's booty.
Starting to get worried here.
You jealous of a cartoon, baby?
No, but the fact that you're into one.
Oh, I'm into cartoons.
No, into a cartoon character.
Into a cartoon character?
Homer's butt.
Homer's butt.
So Homer ends up getting a job with Burns. Essentially, he gets promoted to vice president, which Smithers says that he had been roundaboutly promised. And anywho, so
we had to take a little break for the babies. But yes, so Homer gets hired as vice president, which is huge, and he's like coming home in a suit, and Marge is like, what the heck is going on? And all this different stuff, and trying to tell him, you don't need Mary Jane to get a better job or whatever, because she's not very happy about, hold on. Who tells him, okay, Homer, when back at the doctor's office, Homer's like, I don't know, Doc, I had a bad experience back in 1982 or something like that.
Oh, and it was that golden summer between junior and senior year in high school.
Yeah, and he's sitting on the bleachers at school with his two buddies.
Him and Lenny and Carl. And they're smoking a joint. And Homer comes up and he grabs it. They're like, come on, homie. And so he takes it in his hands, and all of a sudden the cop, Young Chief Wiggum comes up with a dog, and he scraps. And so Homer throws the joint in his... Well, they tell him to crotch the weed, and so he literally puts the joint in his pants on fire.
On fire, and so the smoke starts coming out, and the dog just grabs him and just yanking him around. And so see, we already have these hounds.
Got a dog that needs to go out.
Yeah. I'll let them out. You continue the...
Yeah, so...
I need one more drink.
So Wiggum, finds the weed or whatever, and so Homer says, for me, the 60s ended that day in 1978. And,
was it 1978?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You guys want a dog?
They're barking at crows. Speaking of crows, our dogs have fallen in love with chasing crows. Go ahead, baby. You can continue.
And so anyway, it goes back. He was never a fan of the weed, but it's working for him at this point, and it helps him to find Burns entertaining, which, he's an old crusty dude, and all his jokes are from like the 1600s and everything, and Homer can find him funny because he's high. And I can't remember how it came about.
Which part?
What made Homer stop smoking the weed?
Because his kid, Lisa was like, I want my old dad back. The one that yells and Wait, I don't know what I want.
Homer does take all the crows to Moe's Tavern.
Oh, that's right.
And they're with him at the bar, and everybody else is on one side of the bar, and Moe's like, I don't think I'm comfortable with this.
We need a shirt with Homer and like all the crows.
Yeah.
That would be amazing at Moe's.
Yeah.
Or standing there in the garden. That would be super cute. But when Homer does decide to quit, Burns calls him to say, oh, like get ready for this meeting, and he tells a joke, and
both him and Smithers are sitting there.
Well, that's after, because first Burns calls him, and he's like, it's time for the meeting or whatever, and Burns notices that there's an issue with Homer not laughing at him. But Burns just hangs up and says, oh, he must be...
Oh, yeah, because the phone call.
Yeah. And so you guys see Portia here. Portia, say hi, baby. Say, hi, my name is Portia Girl, and I love crows. She does. She has this little game she plays with crows every morning.
All day.
All day. Like, as soon as she goes outside, she chases the crows. I'm waiting for one day for the crow to be landed on her back. And, yeah, our dad loves them crows. Yeah. But yeah, so Burns and Homer are sitting there. Neither one of them
laughing. They're
neither one of them
faking a
laughing.
smile, and Burns kind of is noticing.
Yeah. He's noticing a significant difference, and all of a sudden Burns gets thrown. What the heck happens right there? Burns dies.
Oh God, what did happen for him to die?
Burns gets thrown across the room and like lands all, and so they turn him into a puppet. And what a weird, like, I can't even remember.
They make him into like a marionette. He's got this Smithers is running the string as well.
Yeah, he's up on top, like on The Sound of Music. Do 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 do. That's what they're doing with Burns, with all these.
Homer's kind of narrating a story, and
can you stop hitting the camera with your big butt?
And so Smithers would make Burns do and this and that, and then
the audience is like, "What's coming out of your ear?"
Oh, yeah.
It's like blood.
And he says something about, he's like, I know that we recently lost a bunch of money, but that's no reason we can't dance the night away. And so Smithers makes him do this whole jig routine, and then
Stop. We have very needy dogs.
Then the strings that are controlling him break, and they just kind of shuffle him behind the curtain.
Well, actually, Homer takes his foot and pushes his head behind the curtains, and then goes back.
Go lay down.
No, she won't. They want to be right next to us, so it doesn't matter what we do. And when we still don't have Portia and Luna outside together, because Portia still has not figured out that she's way bigger than the other dogs, and so she's just like, not trying to harm them or anything, but wants to play. And anyways, it's this whole situation, so we can't have them all out at the same time. Right now, Luna is chasing birds, and you have to wait your turn. That's just the way life goes, waiting your turn. Okay. So yeah, that part's pretty funny. Burns actually ends up in the back. He comes to, and he's like, oh, thank you guys for something or other. And they're like, you're alive.
The dance routine jostled his heart back.
The dance routine got my heart back pumping. And so that's pretty cute. And then it ends with Burns going, Smithers, make me smack you. And it reminds me of that movie.
Because he still had a string attached to his hand. So he slaps Homer. Or has Smithers make him slap Homer. He says, now you. And so he slaps him, and he's like, now me.
Well, Smithers makes Burns do the slapping, and he's like, Smithers, make me slap Homer. Smithers, make me slap you. Make me slap me. And then make me slap all three. And he's just going back and forth, like slapping. And it reminds me, babe, of Master of Disguise.
A little bit.
You slap me, I slap you. I mean, I love that movie. That movie is so funny. I know. Anyways, I love that movie.
But he basically, so he comes back to life, and Homer's like, see, and you wanted to take him to the hospital, and Burns like, and you didn't? And basically demotes Homer again. Yeah,
so Homer's back to square one.
Back to Sector 7G.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. So anyways, you guys, it wasn't banned in the U.S. Oh, go ahead.
skipped some of the best parts that I totally forgot about till just now. So Flanders comes by and he wants Homer to
Oh my gosh.
sign a petition to recriminalize medicinal marijuana, and somewhere through it, Homer's like, "Well, you're the Bible guy, right?" And he's like, "There's a lot of good stuff in this book."
Can you read it to me?
Flanders says, and he's like, "That looks really long. You want to read it to me?" And Flanders about loses his mind because he's so excited to get to read the Bible.
He reads
to
him
Homer.
the whole freaking King James version of the Bible.
And so Homer has this moment of like finding God, or at least for the moment.
But before that, one of my favorite parts that I was laughing so hard at is when before Marge gets the crow up, she has the stand for the crow, and it's a cross. And so Smithers comes, or not Smithers,
Flanders and Rod and Todd.
Flanders, Rod, and Todd come over, and they're in the garden bed, like all the tilled dirt and everything, and
Kneeling and praying
to this, what's going to be a scarecrow cross. And Marge comes out with a rake end or of sorts.
and shoos them away like
They're birds. And as soon as she walks away, they come back. I mean, it's a pretty freaking funny episode.
And then, so after that, Homer is all high and he just read the Bible. He ends up signing the petition, doesn't even really realize what it's for, even though Flanders tells him. And so next thing you know, they're at this concert / benefit thing, and Fish is playing.
Oh my gosh, if you've never... No, it's not spelled Fish. It's spelled Phish. And you can see it on the drum set where it says Fish. And they are like this, like super, like hippie, like bluegrass.
They're a jam band.
Colorado, band. And they have major followers. People, what do they call them?
They're like the current Grateful Dead.
The current Grateful Dead. But what do they call the Fish followers?
I don't know.
There's a name. There's a name for this crew of people that literally follow Fish around. Like, think of van life, but all you're doing is jumping around from Fish concert to Fish concert to Fish concert to Fish concert.
Yeah, I would say as a non-Fish fan, I don't know what they're called.
Well, I'm not a huge Fish. I love bluegrass, but I'm not like this huge Fish fan. I actually really like our local. Well, they're not local, but they're called Poor Man's Whiskey, and they cover Pink Floyd and bluegrass, and I really like them a lot. They're really good.
So during the Fish show, they stop and hey, we smell weed, and that better be medicinal. And they look down, and it's Hans Moleman, who's like 100 years old.
Even though they've probably smoked more than.
And he's just a little old guy, and he's like, it's okay.
I couldn't tell if he was old. I remembered him, but I couldn't tell if he was old.
So he shows Fish his prescription. They're, oh man, this guy's really messed up. And he's like, my doctor didn't even tell me. I had to hear it from Fish.
That he's messed up.
So they finish their song, whatever, and then they bring out Homer, and they announce him as a real potheed. And then they have to read it again. It's like, oh wait, pothead.
And he comes out and he's all...
His touch is all just all over the place. He's high.
Yeah. Which is not, I think that potheads get a bad rap. I mean,
there's some that it works perfectly, but for the majority, it's not that. But so Homer comes out on the stage and he's like, "Yeah, we need to get out and vote to keep medicinal marijuana legal on Tuesday, September 8th or whatever." And
he's like, "Wait, what date is
it?" The guy from Fish is like, "Well, that was yesterday." And Homer's like, "Oh, we missed it."
He puts a coin, and all of a sudden there's a newspaper stand on stage. So he puts a coin in
and sees that they recriminalized the marijuana.
I can't believe I forgot the date.
That I spaced on the date.
That I spaced on the date.
So him and Otto are standing out to the side of the stage talking about fingers, and he's like, Otto says, they call them fingers, but you never really see them fing. And then he looks down and he starts moving his fingers. He's like, oh, there they go.
And he goes, oh, that's right. I married that girl.
Oh, yeah.
He sees a ring on his hand, which I forgot to put mine on. My hands swell at night. I don't know if anybody else that wears, like, I have silicone rings, and those are fine, but my actual wedding bands, my fingers swell at night. Maybe it's all the pickles. All the salt. And so I have to take them off because otherwise I wake up and it's like, oh, ouch, 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 ouch. But yeah, it's a great episode.
So we went back to the fish show and everything there, but after Burns comes back to life and basically demotes Homer goes home, and basically like the family's happy to have him back, I think, and
not in his psychedelic mode listening to freaking...
He does. One of my favorite parts is he's in the bathroom and he's shaving and he starts like bleeding rainbows and then he gets in his car and he's flying to work.
Oh my god.
And it's the song Donovan by Donovan, Where You Love Like Heaven. Absolute jam.
That's funny.
But now I can't remember exactly how it ends.
It ends with them slapping each other. It ends with Burns having Flanders, or not Flanders, who's his homie? Smithers. Make him slap everybody. That's how it ends. Yeah. Anyways. As Homer would say, where's our last little thing?
They call it a brain, but you never see it think.
Also, though, Aaron always says it's not just a hat rack. When I'll say, "Oh my gosh, good idea, babe," or something like that. Oh, it's not just a hat rack.
It's something to keep the hair down.
Or if I say I'm gonna go hop in the shower, he'll be like,
"You should probably just step in."
You should probably just step in.
And if you're gonna run to the store, you should probably just drive because it's kind of far.
Drive. Yeah.
But fantastic episode. I mean, one of my favorites, one of the best, as I say about all of them. But man, a lot of these we do, they really are some of the best.
Portia, you're fine for 2 more minutes. Okay, baby, we got needy dogs.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with the dogs.
And our random timing. But hey, so speaking of which, let me just say, October 4th, today is, I don't know, it's towards the end of September 28th, I think. Aaron is wrapping up his graveyard shift with the casino in a week, and he's going to be working from home. So we'll be able to get much more consistent with our podcasts. It's always just been hard with him working graveyard because, like, sometimes he'll get home and he's like, oh my God, and he's got to go to bed. He's more exhausted than other days. Other days he'll stay up, but we have chores to do or whatever. Anyways, it's going to be a wonderful move forward, him not working graveyard anymore. It's been 4 years of him working graveyard. I'm done. He's done. We're done. And plus, it's over an hour drive. So it's like, he has to, it's like a 10-hour day, pretty much. And then we live off grid in regards to water. So a lot of times he has to stop and fill our water tank on the way home. And it's just been a long 4 years. We've been on this property for 4 years, just over 4 years. And we're ready for a change, and we're making it happen. And change doesn't happen. I mean, it does happen, but the kind of change
happen overnight.
Well, the kind of change we want and need, we are making happen. Not just regular life changes. So we look forward to that. We'll become much more consistent with our podcast. We're looking at filming our podcast on Sundays, obviously when I'm not traveling and things like that. He'll also be able to travel with me more, hopefully, with his new job, because it's remote. So we're keeping our fingers crossed there. So we really appreciate, you guys putting up with us this year. This has been a really difficult year, losing Mom. She was really sick before, and then I kind of lost my mind for a little while after losing her. It's just grief is just a weird thing. And losing your mother as a woman, I think, is obviously life-changing, So just figuring out how to live without worrying about her.
Yep.
Because that's what I've done my whole life. So moving forward, we are really excited to get more consistent again. We've kind of dropped the ball this year a little bit. Well, since March, just because we got hit with some pretty significant, crazy things. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. We appreciate everybody that has subscribed, all of our new Pokemon Go friends that are super fun. We're going to be doing some Pokemon Go events next year, 2026, and we're just kind of having fun with it, and looking forward to getting back on track. So with that being said,
You're all nuts.
put it up closer. I don't know if you guys heard that.
To alcohol!
Wrong one.
Solution to
All of life's problems.
You're all nuts.
We're all nuts. Anybody that thinks that they're just perfect, it's probably someone you want to stay away from. Alrighty. We will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.
Later.
Later, dudes.